Greetings. This is Phil Amerson coming to you on a podcast of just because we want to give a little time of reflection frequently for those of you who listen. Recently, our governor in Indiana and the lieutenant governor endorsed that we should focus the month of June on the biblical mandate and throughout the whole history of the nuclear family. Oh, these guys, they never cease to amaze me. You know, they managed to leave out the orphan and the widow, and they claim that scriptures are all based on one man, one woman, and, you know, I get it. I understand what their ideology is. I understand what their narrow theology is, but it's wrong-headed, and it's not biblical. Let's be honest. Where do you want to start? Abraham and Sarah? Oh, let's see. Abraham married Hagar. Well, Hagar. No, we don't want to do that. We could go to David. No. Moses. No. Jesus was a traditional nuclear family? I don't think so. How about Paul? How about John on the island of Patmos? How about the Ethiopian eunuch? How about, well, it would just go on and on. I had a professor, Earl D.C. Brewer, what a great man. And back in the 1950s, he received money from, I believe it was the National Endowment for Humanities, maybe it was the 60s. And he was to go into some of the plains states in the Midwest and teach about family and strengthening family. And I remember Earl said he went to one distant location, a church, and I think it was in Oklahoma, but it could have been in the Dakotas or Nebraska. And he said he got there and people weren't there when he arrived. And he was all prepared with his lecture on how to live as a family. And he said then a pickup truck showed up and then another and then some vans and some cars. And he said the family's unloaded. And he said this was a Native American reservation. And family to them didn't begin or end with mom and dad and two kids and a dog and a cat named Spot. Nuclear family was foreign, and Earl was wise enough and a Christian enough and clear-headed enough to say, we gathered those 40 or 50 people in, and I sat down and they taught me about family in ways that I didn't know. Maybe it's time, oh, it's past time, for some of these people who think they have the truth in their pocket, and they're certain that they're going to teach us all how we should live. Maybe they should be like Earl D.C. Brewer and say, I looked out and saw these families, these extended families, getting out of those pickups and those vans, and I thought, I'm the one that needs to learn from them about how to be a family. Oh, dear friends, churches claim to be family churches, and often they don't welcome that single mother, or they don't welcome that orphan child, or they don't know how to treat the widow in their midst. Let's rethink what it means to be God's family, to be in a kinship, in the kingdom of God, with everyone. That's God's family. God bless. A little thought for today. Bye-bye.